This is Roberto Sanchez with United Real Estate Sanchez Realty Group. So let me try to bring some succinct, quick information, but yet hopefully helpful that can help us decipher all that information. Sometimes in the news and in the media, that is propagated with the intention to create buzz and to sell the news. All right. So this is what actually has been happening. In times of uncertainty, people follow the certain. That's what we try to search for information and aggregate information and data that can give us a better perspective on what's actually happening so you can make a more informed decision. Now, consumer survey on home prices, what's actually happening, what people are thinking about is happening with the real estate market. The consumer confidence in home prices was the weakest at the end of 2022. That's according to this graph. That's every December since 2010. And last December in 2022, 37% of Americans thought that the prices were going down. And this is why. The media, okay, this is in December 7, 2022, Fortune, which is one of the top news outlets, said that 20% home price decline. 7 forecast models are leaning towards crash. Here's where the other 13 models have the 2023 housing market going. So with news like these, sometimes we get nervous. Consumer confidence, okay, went down. And this is, when you see the graph here, this is between January and June of this year. And the talk was pretty much a repeat of 2008 crash. Now, this is not the reality. Now, as you can see, the closest to that was during the pandemic, okay? And as we know, what happened, economic activity came to a halt during those few months of lockdown. So let's continue to see what's actually happening. 1 in 4 people believe that the prices will depreciate. Okay, that's according to this information you can see in January, 37%, and it's been winding down. However, it's still pretty substantial. And this is what's happening right now. So 1 in 4 Americans believe that the prices will depreciate. So if you're at an event with 400 people, about 100 of those people think that the prices will go down. And facts, chatter, fear. That's what we bring you some of this information. According to Bill McBride, founder of Calculated Risk, he's been pretty good outlining or forecasting what happened with the housing market since even before the downturn in 2008. And this is what he says: as inventory picked up sharply in 2022, I adjusted my outlook in October 2022 and wrote house prices 7 years in purgatory. I noted that a 10% decline in nominal prices now seemed likely. However, the inventory surge in 2022 was somewhat of a head fake. Some potential sellers quickly listed their homes, probably remembering what happened with house prices in 2006 to the 2011 period. But the surge ended pretty quickly. Okay, so even him expected this to happen from January to February to May, okay, perhaps June. This is what happened. As you can see by this graph, the light gray that represent 2017, the blue 2018, the light blue 2019, okay, and then 2022 is the red. And this is what happened. Inventory went up at the beginning of the year up until about June. And it was expected that it was going to continue to increase as the year progressed. But this is what actually happened. Okay, the inventory went down, and there's a number of reasons why that could have happened. One of them is, obviously, we know now what is called the rate lock. Is if I'm a homeowner and I have a 3% interest rate, and I'm going to sell my home and have to buy perhaps even a more expensive home, my interest rate now is probably going to be around 7%. That's more than double my payment. Most people go up according to price of homes, yet that's tied into the interest rate, because even if I bought a lower pricing home, okay, my interest rate is going to be substantially more. However, as a homeowner, if I have substantial amount of equity, I cannot help offset some of that, but that's for another discussion. Now let's look at the next graph. One of the things that affected us is that we thought that there was going to be a lot of foreclosures, what they call here tsunami of foreclosures. So let's get some perspective on that. Foreclosures in the first 6 months, this is the filings, okay, going back to 2008. And as you can see, between 2008 and 2012 was in the millions, okay? That's the downturn, the market crash, okay? But as you can see now, okay, in 2023, that's 186,000 foreclosures, and slightly less in 2022, 165. Obviously, 2021 was the least due to the moratorium because of the pandemic, moratorium in foreclosures. Okay, and we can see that 2023 was a little higher. Courts resumed taking cases and hearing cases, and in 2022, the moratorium ended. So the judicial system took its way to work out through all those foreclosure filings. Remember, there's a number of reasons why there are foreclosures, and there's always a certain number of foreclosures due to a number of things, okay? Financial, divorce, death, many other unfortunate circumstances. So let's keep on looking at these. Serious delinquencies were in a decline. That's according to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. This is the beginning of the year. This is where we're at as of June last year. Now, if we take a look at actually what's happening with home prices in 2022, there's some very clever data here. This is the 48-year average monthly price movement. That's according to Case-Shiller, who tracks this from 1973 to 2021. This is what happened typically every year. In February, in March, the prices go up. That's very typical, the spring market, especially in the Northeast, the area where we're at. Between March and July, prices go up. And this is being tracked for the last 48 years. Now, this is what happened, right? So between March and just about July, the market goes up. Now, this is what happened in 2022, okay? As you can see, the black represents the 40-year stats, and the orange represents what happened last year. As you can see, between March and July and June, that really, and May, that was really off the charts. Actually, between January and May, okay, this is when actually interest rates started making a dent on the real estate market. And as you can see, between January and May, the increase was substantial. In some cases, more than quadruple. Okay, what we're usually see, used to seeing. Okay, so this is home prices for 2023 and what to expect. This is according to all the big outlets: Case-Shiller, FHFA, Federal Home Finance Association, CoreLogic, and so on, including Realtor. Okay, between this time, this is what happened. Okay, pretty much the beginning of the year to just about now, we had a slight decline in prices. Okay, and if you see the others, Black Zillow also has it, Black Knight, Freddie Mac, and so on. Now, this is what happened with home appreciation in the last 3 years. And this is compiled in the top 20 cities where these numbers has been the highest, okay? Now, according to these stats, US nationally, okay, 41.8% in the last 3 years, okay? And then, as you can see, some of these numbers are remarkable. For example, Miami, 63.1% increase in the last 3 years. Atlanta, almost 50%. Okay, then you have Phoenix, Arizona, almost 54.2%. Okay, and then you have San Diego, 52.1%, Los Angeles, almost 40%, and so on. Charlotte, North Carolina, 54.3%. Okay, this has been outstanding. So there's no doubt that the housing market has reignited from a home price perspective. Firming prices have now fully erased the pullback we tracked through the last half of 2022, according to those charts that we saw, and lifted the seasonally adjusted Black Knight HPI, or Home Price Index, to a new record high in May. That's according to Andy Walden from Black Knight. Now, these outlets track all this information, as you can see here. In 2023, the year-end home price forecast. Okay, this is what they forecasted as of 2022, the end of 2022 versus what's forecasted as of right now. MBA had it with a down market of 0.6%. Now it's zero. Fannie Mae minus 1.5%. This is what they expected was going to happen in 2022 with the market as we speak right now. They expected these decreases in prices and to happen. For example, Morgan Stanley minus 4%. That's substantial now. AEI 15 to 20% correction. Now they have it at 6% gain. Okay, Zillow minus 0.7%. They have it now at 5.5%, and CoreLogic 3.5 and 3.3% increase, and now they have it over 6% increase. So this is what's actually happened. Deceleration of home prices is not the same as home prices are depreciating. If you need to know what's actually happening for your home in your neighborhood, okay, or town, feel free to call us, text me, or email me for a free session, strategy session. You can call me or email me, and we'll be more than happy to do that for you without you feeling any obligation in return, okay? So this is what has actually happened. Now, let me give you a quick glimpse just before the end, okay, of where mortgage rates are and what's forecasted for the end of the year. This is the mortgage rate projections as of August 2023 for quarters 2023 to fourth quarter of 2023 through third quarter of next year. Fannie Mae, MBA, and NAR, these are some of the major outlets. They have it for quarter four at 6.6%. MBA 5.9 and NAR 6.3%. The average of all these three is 6.27. Now, this is what they forecast for the first quarter of next year. 6.40% according to Fannie Mae, 5.70% MBA, and NAR has it now, National Association of Realtors at 6.10%. That's slightly over 6%, 6.07% the average. Okay, now let's see what's happening in quarter two. Okay, that the average is going to be about 5.9, and on quarter three of next year, 5.73. So these rates are expected to moderate, okay, in the next few quarters coming up. So what's happening with inventory of homes? This is what happened. Inventory is still historically low. As of July 28th, okay, this is what we have. 1.9%, okay, week over week. And then in 2022, 8.8%, okay. And this is where we're at now. We're about 50% below the same level of last year. Okay, so this is pretty significant. Okay, so this is there are simply not enough homes for sale. The market can easily absorb double the inventory of homes that we have available right now. That's according to Lawrence Young, Chief Economist at NAR. This has been the report for now. I hope this information is helpful, and some tidbits of it can make sense into what's actually happening in the housing market for you. If you need anything else where we could be of assistance, feel free to call, text, or email me. Be more than happy to have a chat with you without you having any obligation or feeling you have to do anything in return. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of the summer. Bye.